Alright, everybody. Here it is. Almost New Year's. We got 20 minutes till it's going to be next year. And I'm sure glad to see this year begun. I mean, my goodness. This year was really hard on me. I was in the hospital and they said I died 3 times and I'm still here. I'm not sure why, but I got a great idea about what I'm doing. But excuse me. This is kind of on a personal note. I've been watching Karina, I've been watching you. It was sure really great to go walking on the beach with you. It was really wonderful watching that sunset and that great view that you, and that driftwood. You know, if I would have been younger out there in my chainsaw, I'd be taking that driftwood and making beautiful things out of it. But I'm not young, I'm in a chair now, so I'm going to take my Dremel and make beautiful stuff out of it. Out of just things that most people just throw away. It's got so much energy, you know. I understand the energy of the ocean. I understand the energy of the driftwood. I understand so much about energy. Energy is why I'm still here. I mean, Mama Earth's giving a lot of energy. Most people just can't feel it. But I'm sure glad you can. It's really impressive. But that walk, you know. And that beautiful girl dog you got. Can't remember her name. An old rowdy here. Your burro. You know, he's really great. But if you want him singing, if you want him to sing, you got to keep him separate from you. When you're standing there touching him, he's not going to sing. That's what he wants. When you're sitting alongside of him, he'll sing because you aren't touching him. And touch that burro a lot. They need company. Teach your girls and your boys and the little ones. I could just see Jesse riding him. That burro ain't no mean to him. Jesse'd have so much fun. That burro, man. You could hook up a sleigh ride with him, or a cart with him, or a plow with him, and he'd do whatever you asked him to do, and love doing it if you asked him. I mean, what a better engine in the whole world than some other animal that's good at it and likes doing it. You standing next to him singing is wonderful. Don't get me wrong about that, but Roddy's a lot more than that. He is. Yesterday, my friend come by with his old Rottweiler who was about ready to give up the ghost. Dale's been watching him, my friend Dale. I've known him since I was a teenager. But he knew I just had to put down one of my old dogs. But his old dog just was suffering. He didn't have the energy to say that this is what you gotta do to get rid of the suffering. You know, I grew up on the farm. Me, I'd just go out and shoot him and bury him. Or feed him to the crows, you know. I know that sounds pretty harsh to a lot of people, but most of the time you'd eat them. But there ain't any Indians out there eat dog anymore, even though it's pretty good food. But old Rowdy, man, you'd have to boil him forever to get giant old big old Rottweiler, you know. This guy hauled him around for over 10 years. I don't know exactly how old he was. Dale couldn't even bring himself to tell me because that was his partner. He'd sit in the seat next to him. When he drove up, he always thought he had somebody else with him besides his dog. But his dog was Rowdy, and he was always there beside him. And it was real hard for him to have to put him down, but he wants to pay the $280 to have his urn, you know, one of those urn things with Rowdy's ashes in it. And he don't even have enough money to pay for his cell phone. But his mom volunteered to do it. So Rowdy left the world today at 10:30. And it was real hard for him. And I understand, I mean, like, I've lived through a lot of dogs' life in my life, and I know how hard it is when they're as close as you can get to an animal. I mean, whoever made that statement about dogs being your best friend, well, whoever that guy was, he had it right. You know, cats, they're pretty neat. A lot of animals are pretty neat. But dogs, they're the heart and the soul of a man once you get close enough to them. They'll make you safe. They'll make your family safe. They'll protect you as long as their life, and that's what they like to do. You're not even hurting them when they're doing that. Don't ever hurt a dog. Don't ever hurt nothing. Everything's got a purpose. Everything. I mean, even the ugliest things got real good purposes. You know, I have a little problem with him moving in my house like this pack rat I'm fighting right now. I got 2 inches of his tail. He's lucky it wasn't his head. But since then, he's kind of kept out of sight and ain't been stealing stuff. But this is kind of just a old Duke. He didn't make it till this year. He'd been around a long time. And Dale McGinnis out there, I hope you hear this. But I'm here talking to Karina. That beautiful dog that you had running with you. She's getting pretty heavy, and she likes to go out walking. I like the way she watches out for you. Remember old Heidi Ho? She used to watch you everywhere you went. I mean, she took care of you and you didn't even know she was doing it. It was kind of her job. She picked you out of everybody. I mean, she watched the goats, she watched the horses, she watched her mom, she watched Jason, but you were kind of her favorite. I was a little jealous there because her and I spent a lot of time together, but when she picked you, it was, what is she doing? She's usually over here by me, but she was over there by you. She watched you for as long as she could. Even when the breakup, I thought maybe it'd be better for her if she went with you guys, but you guys were living in an apartment. And I was missing her too bad. I mean, going out with just my gray truck and not my dog. And I couldn't go out with you because you guys were leaving, so I had to come pick Heidi up, and she had to save my life for a lot more years after that. Remember that old, I always called her dog rat, because her ears just sit up there and turn one way and the other way, and she could hear where everything was coming from. And that old special dog. Well, that dog you got out there making you feel safe. Karina, let me tell you. Shit happens. not feel scared about nothing. There ain't no reason to feel scared. But when you feel scared, duck. But don't feel scared. If you feel scared all the time, you're not going to create nothing. Fear is a natural thing like a smell. And if a fear comes upon you, react to the fear, not the thinking of the fear. Well, the camera shut off. It might still be recording. And now it says, then it went away. I couldn't even get my magnifying glass to read it. Now let's see what happens. Oh, there I am, and it says something or another. Then it went away, and I can't read what it was, something or another was. But hey, we've got 10 minutes till it's going to be next year. And I'm telling you, for one guy that died 3 times last year, I'm looking forward to next year, which is in 10 minutes from there. You know, I don't know why humans do that, because when I lived through it, that was a new year. But we got to kind of keep track of things. I don't know what that, you know, kind of my analytical mind that I've always had, counting and stuff. I think we're going into the year that the Maya says the world's going to end. The only reason the world ends is if everybody quit or something destroys the planet. Well, that's going to happen. Wow. Who cares? You can't stop nature. But you can save nature. Just for not hurting her no more. And I don't want to keep preaching this stuff. I just want to say Happy New Year to all you out there. And Joe Ray, I hope you got that camera I sent you, because I want to see you out there. And you better call me to tell me what kind of name you put in there. It should be just Joe Ray, because that's such a special name. And you should put Janice in there too, because Janice and you are part of each other. I don't know if she can sing, but she used to sing pretty sweet. And she's always taken care of the world that I ever seen. She was always one of those special ladies. It's probably kind of how you fell in love with her, because she was always one of those special ladies. I know she was handing me some tissue when I had to blow my nose. I watched her band-aid my foot one day. I watched her care for other people. And she damn sure has cared for you, old man. But I hope you get this, and I hope we don't lose your music. I don't play like you. I'm probably totally different than you, but you're from a different generation. And you got a lot of shit in you that, just get it out, let us see it. Let's make our own out of it. I'm going to put all as much as I can get out there. Who knows? They always chose you over me anyway. Especially all the old ladies. They love your swooning sort of music. Down from New Orleans stuff. We lost old Hard Hat. I haven't been in touch with Mr. Maine, but he still owes me money that I'll never see. But it's okay. But you, please get your music out there. And everybody out there, Happy New Year's. And I'll see you next year, because I ain't going to get out here, and we only got 5 minutes left. How come everybody else must be out there partying, and I'm the only one here on YouTube? Because all day long it kept blinking out like everybody was on there. Maybe I'm just the only one out here right now. But watch out for Mr. Old Lang's Eye. He's a good friend of mine. So may old acquaintance be forgot and never lost to mind. May old acquaintance be forgot in days of old Lang's Eye. And if any musicians out there